having experienced almost 23 years of uninterrupted democracy. Yet, events in the last few years in our sub-region demonstrate how fragile democracy can be and how easy it is to experience democratic reversals. Moreover, at the internal level, the capacity of democracy and democratic actors and institutions to deliver on development, security, economic prosperity, and national unity has been seriously questioned. A few weeks before the general election, the very essence of our nationhood is being questioned. Nigerians are now asking whether a nation built on a fragile but optimistic foundation can long endure. Equally, there is a raging debate as to whether democracy has improved people's lives all these years. And if it has, the answer to all the problems that confront our country today. Nigerians are headed to the poll on the heels of unprecedented economic hardship and insecurity that have unhindered the lives and affected a lot of our people in this country. This is the context of this workshop, which is premised on the notion that the media is central to the survival of democracy, particularly in the way you frame and report on the myriad challenges we face in our country. If there's ever a time the media is critical, expected to perform and report responsibly, the time is now. Because a lot is riding on the way the media covers and reports stories ahead of this election. A few weeks ago, our institute organized a national dialogue. Perhaps I call it a few months ago, because that was about 6 to 7 months last year, on political communications and issue-based campaigning ahead of the 2023 elections. It was organized in response to the rising trend of negative campaigning by political actors and parties, the spread of misinformation and fake news, and the deepening polarization of our people along ethnic and religious lines. Since the commencement of the Fourth Republic, this electoral period and political campaign have arguably been the most damaging to the core values of national cohesion and unity that Nigeria has been built on. Unfortunately, the media has often fed on this frenzy to clickbait, sell more, and attract viewership. As a result, we have seen a rise in negative and misleading headlines and media interviews focused mainly on sensational personality and headlines. The failure of the media to reframe the conversation and redirect politicians to issues that confront Nigeria has largely worsened the situation. TV and radio hosts enable the circles by prioritizing irrelevant and adverse topics. When politicians engage in misleading and divisive antics and rhetorics, the media has a solemn duty to call them out, condemn, and redirect the discourse on substantive issues. It is easy to get carried away and join the bandwagon of such lazy journalism. The outcomes, however, could be dire as we are presently experiencing in Nigeria. Negative reporting, entrenches societal division, fuels hatred and violence, erodes government legitimacy, and set up citizens against each other. I challenge you, therefore, as we commence this workshop, to reflect on your role as watchdog of our democracy. As professionals, you have a duty to inform the public and provide them with the information they need to make informed decisions about leadership, candidates, and policy. However, the media is better placed to set the agenda for public discussion on critical issues, especially in the build-up to the elections. Additionally, the media should facilitate community and nation building by helping people find common causes and work toward practical solutions to to the problems confronting Nigerians regardless of which part of the country they are from or which part of the country they live in. The rise of new media has complicated the political media system, bringing with it many positive innovations and dangers as well. However, its most significant advantage that of relaying information that relates to people is also its greatest weakness. The absence of interventions of editorial and institutional gatekeepers, as obtained in traditional media, means an increased level of instability and unpredictability, as well as the potential for fake news and disinformation. It is for this reason, therefore, that governments around the world are increasingly regulating the media. I am aware that efforts to streamline and strengthen media regulation in Nigeria are often met with stiff and ferocious opposition. While I do not advocate for law that gag and stifle the media, I am convinced, now more than before, that we need a more robust legal framework for the official oversight of media operations in this country. This is to ensure that media organizations and systems serve the public and promote the public good. All advanced democracies have developed such framework to protect their people from the dangers of unregulated media. Developing countries, including Ghana, have also put in place laws and guidelines to promote balanced discussions of personalities with analysis of the issues, making party manifesto intelligible to the electorate, remaining impartial, refraining from activity that compromise the integrity of the journalist, and avoiding the promotions of violence or ethnic conflicts. The Electoral Act has robust provision prohibiting campaigning on broadcasting based on religious, tribal, and sectional reasons for the purpose of promoting or opposing a particular political party or the election of a particular candidate. Section 97, Section 91 prohibit campaigns or slogans that tainted with abusive language that directly or indirectly injure religious, ethnic, tribal, or sectional feelings. In addition, it promotes or it prohibits rather using abusive, intemperate, slanderous, or base language or insinuation or innuendos that are likely to provoke violent reactions or emotions. It also prescribes penalties for breaches, yet no politicians or political party has been charged to court despite abundant evidence of blatant contraventions of this provision by people from all parties. I'm saddened that the three leading political parties in this country are guilty of this offense, and nothing has been done to them. Additionally, the Electoral Act has a few provisions on the use of state media, but unfortunately, nothing concrete to regulate private media organizations. Nonetheless, Section 120, Section 6 prohibits disseminations of false results and prescribe a penalty of 3 years imprisonment. I call on all security agencies and enforcement agencies, to be precise, to closely study all the electoral offenses in the Act and take measures to arrest and prosecute offenders accordingly. I have recently, to be precise, last week Tuesday, commissioned a research study at the Institute to systematically and comprehensively track and record media reporting across print, electronic, and new media to identify the use of abusive, intemperate, slanderous, or base language or insinuation or innuendos as specified in the Electoral Act in the build-up to the 2023 elections. The research is expected to assist legislative decisions and lawmaking by the 10th Assembly. At this juncture, let me conclude by restating the Institute's commitment to continue providing evidence-based research to assist legislatures and other policymakers. Let me also thank our partner, the Quran Admin Foundation, and its dedicated resident representative, manager, and parent. Over the last 3 years, we have developed a robust partnership that has strengthened the capacity of legislature, and other critical stakeholders, including the media. We look forward to a more robust partnership in the year of transition. With this remark, therefore, it is my pleasure to, on behalf of the President of the Senate, Senator Ahmad Ibrahim Lawa, PhD, GCON, Chairman of our own Governing Council, and Speaker, House of Representatives, and alternate Chairman, Rights, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, CON, declare this workshop open. I wish us all a very productive and impactful workshop. Thank you for your attention.